Hi guys, I'm Aussie and welcome to Season 3, Episode 4 of the Toronto Blue Jays. We have a very, very busy episode today. We are playing the Chicago White Sox, and before that we have the first year player draft. So I want to get into things relatively quickly so the episode doesn't go on too long here. Things have dropped off a little bit since last episode. You can see we're 45 and 22 now. Batting averages are still okay. Pitching has dropped off ever so slightly, but the positive on that front is Duplantier has improved. You can see his last few starts here. He's gone 7 and 6.1 innings without giving up any earned runs. So that is a positive, obviously. But everybody else has kind of dropped off a little bit. We can see Snell is struggling ever so slightly. He 2.2 innings, 6 earned runs is obviously not great, and he's done 2.2 innings, 5 earned runs in recent memory as well. So his form has slipped a little bit, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Reyes and Kelly in the bullpen are the two that are struggling as well. But as I said, all in all, not too bad. We'll have a quick look at how things have gone since last episode. We, of course, left off against Indy, didn't we? So we had a series against the LA Angels. Game 1 here. This was not a day to be a pitcher, unfortunately. 7 runs in the 6th and 4 in the 9th is what really killed us off there. Was this a Snell start? Yeah, it was. 2.2 innings, 5 earned runs. Kelly, 0 outs for 5 runs. And Junior Fernandez, 0.1 of an 1 out for 4 runs as well. So just not a day to be a pitcher. They weren't too much better, but they were enough. They weren't as bad, and so they got the win. Game 2 of the series was a really good win for us in extra innings there. It was a Jensen walk-off home run that won it for us. And that was one of 3 home runs he hit on the day. So Denny Jensen absolutely just destroying the pitching there of the LA Angels, which is lovely to see. 5 RBIs for him on the day, and that essentially won us the game, didn't it? You can see that we had a bad innings in the 4th, which is where they got just about all of their runs. So that was that, and then we lost Game 3 of the series to lose the series 3-1. Then we played the Seattle Mariners. Game 1 here. This was Duplantier, and this was Duplantier back to his very, very best. 7 innings pitched, 4 hits, 0 earned runs, 1 walk, 10 strikeouts. That's the Duplantier we know and love. Not the one that's sort of shown up the end of last season, beginning of this season. So hopefully that will continue. Game 2, we lost in a close one. Game 3, we did manage to win. And no small part of that was Bo Bichette hitting 2 home runs, as you can see there. A solo in the 3rd, and then a 3-run home run in the 4th as part of a 4-run 4th. And that's essentially the innings that won us the game. Lovely to see Bo Bichette getting himself 2 home runs. So that was that series. Then we played the Cleveland Indians. We won Game 1 of the series, which was good. And then we lost the next 2, which obviously not so good. Game 3 here, 6 runs in the 6th is what cost us that game. Absolutely terrible, terrible stuff. There was a grand slam in that off of Alex Reyes, which obviously accounts for 4 of those 6 runs. If we do just quickly scroll down to the pitching, we can see Reyes and Kelly between them giving up 5 runs in their 3 innings of work. And that was, as I said, that's what cost us the game. Which is obviously a shame. Then we played the Houston Astros, who are a very good team, and we only went and swept them. We won Game 1, as you can see there, 8-6. We switched over to June. We won Game 2, 5-3. And this was in no small part down to the bottom of the 8th there. A 3-run home run by Randall Grichuk. I tried to get him out of the club. He didn't want to go. And he's showing there that he is useful. He does have a purpose. Not all the time, it's not always a good purpose, but he can pop up with a big hit when we need him to. So that was good. And then Game 3 we won 9-4. And this was Denny Jensen at it again with 5 RBIs. So 10 RBIs in just 2 games for him. It's good to see Denny back in full form with the bat. Then we had the first game of the series against the White Sox, which we lost, unfortunately, to us there, 5-2. We have Game 2 of that series up today. So it's a quick look at the expanded standings. You can see that Houston Astros are right up there. So to sweep them was a very, very good result for us indeed. We're still 8 games clear of the Tampa Bay Rays, so we're still in a good position. But yeah, form has definitely slipped away. We won 7 of 13 since last episode. All right, well, let's go and have a look at this first-year player draft and see what stars of the future we can pick up. Alright, so we know that the man that we want ideally as our number 1 pick is Drew Jones. Obviously, we don't have the first pick, so we've got to hope that he is still there when we get to our chance, and it looks like he's been taken, doesn't it? So that's disappointing. It's another center fielder here. What's he like? He's not as good, is he? He's not as good. OSA ratings, he's slightly better according to that, but certainly not. Yeah, not what I would want. So let's just let the scout choose, because the one guy that I really wanted is gone, and it is a third baseman. Now, we don't need a third baseman. We have Vlad, don't we? We also have another guy in the system that's not too bad, so we're not going to do that. What we probably ideally would like is there a starting pitcher there? Let's have a look at him. He's not great, is he? He's not great. Okay, what if we just, not to stay on this guy, but if we just go to OSA ratings and see where that takes us. Nick James as a starting pitcher. That looks a little bit more like it, doesn't it? Number of good pitches. He could be a good player for us. And yeah, the head scout doesn't rate him too badly. So I think Nick James might be our man. Although we do have a Canadian there. He could potentially be a starter. I do think it's maybe good to try and sign Canadians where we can, just because, we're managing a Canadian team. But I think on this occasion, we've got to go with the starting pitcher. So let's get Nick James in. And mate, welcome to the Blue Jays. Let's go to our next pick. And the Canadian is still there. Let's see what the scout recommends. He's gone Carson Bowen, who is a catcher. I mean, we're not struggling for catchers with Mcquaid and with Jensen, who are still young. So again, maybe we override him on this occasion. Tristan Smith here, a high schooler. Again, I like the multiple pitches. Let's maybe go with him. No other reason than I just kind of... Let's have a quick look actually at these two, the two relievers here who are at the top. He is very much a closer. He would be an easy get though. And I mean, he could be a starter potentially with that stamina, couldn't he? He's going to be harder and he's going to cost a bit. So let's go maybe with the first guy there. Yeah, high potential. Let's go with that. And he's always could be a good trading option then as well. All right, next pick. We're going with Carson Bowen again. All right, I mean, we employ him as a scout for a reason, so let's go with his pick. Tristan Smith is still there. I'm going to say we want to take him just because, I don't know why, because I say so. So let's get him in. Well done. Welcome to the Blue Jays. And let's see, we've got probably a couple more picks here before we'll call it, and we'll just get into sort of the also-rens. Another starting pitcher. I'm not completely convinced by that choice, but yeah. About this guy. I mean, I'm not completely convinced by him either, to be honest. So we'll go with the head scout. Again, we employ him for a reason, so let's go with him. We'll give it a couple of more here and then see where that leaves us. He's going with Derek Shaver. I mean, I do like the name, but again, it's a third baseman and not a particularly good one. So we don't need that. Cole Dale is sort of the best option left. So let's go with him. So welcome to the Blue Jays, and let's go again. Let's see, is there any other nationalities around? Oh, there's some Australians. Well. Let's have a quick look here and see what we have. Yeah, that's roughly what you'd expect, unfortunately. Next guy up. Yeah, I mean, there's a reason that they're probably not going to get drafted, isn't there? And a relief pitcher, yeah. Okay, so no such luck there. A few Canadians. Do we have any Canadians of serious potential? No, not really. All right, so let's just go back and search by potential. What's the scouting director say? And this might be one of the last ones we do. A very good defensive pitcher. I don't hate that as a pickup, so let's go with him. And we might give it one more round, and if we don't find someone of particular interest here, then we might look and head off. It's Derek Shaver again. All right, well, I mean, you've got to go with the name sometimes, don't you? So let's get Shaver in. Guys, let's go have a look at the lineups for today's game against the White Sox. All right, and here we go. This is the lineup for today's game. A few changes. The one thing I've noticed with the expansion teams is that there's no rest days. Like, the team gets tired very quickly. So it's going to be William Mcquaid leading us off. Mcquaid, leading us off at second base today. It's Oswaldo Pizarro batting second at shortstop. That's a risk, but yeah. It's Vlad Jr. batting third at third. It's Rowdy Tellez back up the order at 4, batting at first base. At first base, batting at 4. Denny Jensen, the catcher, bats 5. Matt Beattie, the designated hitter, bats 6. It is Randall Grieshuk batting 7 in right field. Gurriel Jr. At 8, batting at... Gurriel Jr.'s at left field, he's batting 8. Billy Hamilton in centre field is batting 9. Nate Pearson takes the mound for us today. And we are up against Yanoa. I've never met her. It's horrible. That is really, really bad. And he is an ERA of 5.64 this season. Looks like it's his debut season. I know he's played a little bit for the Braves back in 2019. Whip of 141. He's got a WAR of 0.5, an ERA plus of 87. He looks decent though, doesn't he? So let's hope we get the better of him today. So here we go. Welcome to Chicago. It's Mcquaid to lead us off, and let's see what he can do at the top of the order. I did finish off the draft off camera there and look to negotiate with the players that we got. It looks as though most of them, if not all of them, will sign. That there was no real problems. So hopefully that'll happen, and we'll hopefully be able to confirm that for you next episode. Mcquaid leads us off with a really, really good hit. It's gone! William Mcquaid leads us off with a home run. What a way to start a baseball game that is. Third pitch over the fence. Love your work, mate. Excellent, excellent stuff. 336 feet. And that is his 13th home run of the season. Oswald Peraza comes in now, the shortstop, the backup utility infielder, and he strikes out. Not ideal. He's batting 156 this season as well. Vlad Jr. batting 364. 2-2's the count on Vlad, and he's got a good piece of that. And Vlad Jr. has sent it into the fans. That's huge. We are 2-0 up. 448 feet. Vlad Jr. with a home run. And, well, this is one way to start a game of baseball, isn't it? Home run, strikeout, home run. Doesn't bode well for Rowdy Tellez, but who's batting 5? Jansen. Get your home run swing going, mate. 1-1 is now the count on Rowdy Tellez, batting 274 this year, and Tellez grounds it down to first base. That is 2 away. And Denny Jensen now batting 273 this season also. 2-1 is the count on Denny Jensen. He has grounded at the second base. That'll do it for the first, but what a start to the game that was. 2 home runs, and we have a 2-0 lead. Pearson now to face Nick Madrigal, who is batting 311 so far this season. 0-1 is the count on him. In terms of All-Star voting, nothing has really changed from last episode. If you're on the Discord, there's a link to it down in the description. I put the voting update the voting on the Discord, so you'll be able to see it there. But in terms of showing you, nothing has particularly changed. 2-2's the count on the second guy. That is a strikeout that has gotten away from Jansen, and it's a strikeout that ends up at first base. So that's disappointing, isn't it? It's going to bring up Moncada now, who is batting 255 this season. 1-0's the count. That is hit down. It's gotten past Tellez into right field. Grieshuk is there, and it is going to bring a runner around to score. So that gives away one of our runs. And now we have Eloy Jimenez to the plate. Of course, New York Mets superstar back in the the Park 19. That is hit to third base. Vlad drops it. Is it going to be one of those games? Runners at the corners with 1 out. And Pearson, mate, you're going to have to do this yourself, it looks like. We've had a strikeout come around to score. Now we've got an error standing at first base as well. Van Meter comes to the plate, batting 286. A first pitch swing from him. And what is going to happen with this? That is a ground ball. There's 1. Can we turn the double? No, just 1, and that ties the game. That is so disappointing, isn't it? Andrew Vaughn comes up to bat now. The designated hitter batting 206 this year. 0-2's the count. Come on, Nate. Sitting down, mate. There it is. That ends the first, but our lead is cancelled. A strikeout has scored. An error has extended the innings to allow the run, and Matt Beattie comes up now, batting 284 this season to lead us off in the top of the second. 2-2's the count, and he strikes out. Brings up Randall Grieshuk, who's batting 255 this season. Full count on him. Come on, Randall. Wait for your pitch and whack it, mate. No, he strikes out, and that is 2 away. Gurriel Jr. now batting 260 and in a slump. 0-1's the count. Gurriel Jr. pops it up. That's going to be caught there in right field, and a very simple second innings for the White Sox catcher. All right, come on, Nate. You've got to go with him now. Barnhart comes up to bat, batting .218 and in a slump so far this season, and that is another strikeout for Nate. Excellent work there from Pearson. It brings up Sanchez now to the plate. What can he do? Full count on him. And that is a walk. Disappointing stuff. Disappointing. Brian Goodwin now to the plate. He is batting .206 this season. That is a ground ball. Vlad has it, but he doesn't have a play. No, he does have a play. And he gets the out at first. The animation, dude. Sometimes this game is just terrible. Alright, Madrigal comes back up. 0 for 1 today. Let's see if Nate can sit him down. 2 away runner at second. A first pitch swing. Peraza has it over to first. Oh, Jesus Christ. It is going to be one of those days, isn't it? It's an error on Peraza, the backup shortstop, and that brings in a run. We find ourselves behind. Pearson with the strikeout. That ends the second, but we have conceded 3 runs off 1 hit. That is infuriating. Billy Hamilton to lead us off, batting .211 this season. 2-2's the count. Come on, Billy. He strikes out. 1 away. Brings up William Mcquaid, who of course home run hit, you know what I mean, last time up. 2-2's the count. And unfortunately, Yanoa is, he's underway now, isn't he? Peraza, you owe us for that error, mate. 2-2's the count on him. He's 0 for 1 today. And Peraza rips it down the left field line, and that should be at least a double. And he does stand up at second. Excellent stuff there for Peraza. And Vlad Jr. now with a chance to tie us up again. Let's see what he can do. Of course, he hit a home run last time up as well. First pitch swing, and he has grounded it to shortstop, and that will do it for the innings. Unfortunately, we are still 1 run down, and it's going to be Moncada coming up to bat. He is 1 for 1. Drove in a run last time up. 1-0's the count, and he has a little swinging bunt. Jensen has it over to first, and that is 1 away. Can we go through innings without conceding a run here? Of course, there's only 1 earned run against Pearson. It's the field that has massively let him down today. There's a strikeout of Jimenez. That is 2 away. And it brings up Van Meter, who is 0 for 1 today, though he did drive in a run last time up. And that is hit to Vlad. Does he have a play? Yes, he does. And that'll end the innings. We do get out of the third without giving up any further runs. And it's going to be Tellez now to lead us off in the top of the 4th. Let's see what Rowdy can do. He has not really got much of that, has he? And that is 1 away at first. Brings up Denny Jensen, who's 0 for 1 today. What can Denny do? 2-2's the count, and he swings through strike 3. Matt Beattie comes in now. He's 0 for 1. 3-1's the count. Can we get a 2-out base runner? Yes, we can. He hits it through the left side of the infield. That's a 2-out single for Beattie. And now it's up to Randall Grishuk, who's 0 for 1, to try and drive in a run here if he can. Grishuk. Oh, Randall Grishuk. Say goodbye to that ball. It is 4-2. No, it's not. It's 4-3. Grishuk with his 11th home run of the season. 426 feet. That is what he can do. Randall Grishuk, what a hit that was. Sounded fantastic off the bat and never looked back, did it? It's Gurriel Jr. now who's 0 for 1 today. First pitch swing from him. He's ripped that down the left field line, and that's going to be another double. No, a single. It is a single. A 2-out single for Gurriel Jr. And can Billy Hamilton keep this going? He's 0 for 1 today. 0-1's the count. Gurriel Jr. is looking for the steal and gets there comfortably. All right, Hamilton with a chance now to drive in some runs. Hamilton, he has got a piece of it, but he's not going to outrun that. And that is, unfortunately, the end of the innings. But the Grishuk home run puts us in the lead. And it's Vaughn to lead them off now to face Nate Pearson. 1-2's the count. And Pearson has got the ground ball to Vlad over to first. And that's 1 away. All right, it's Tucker Barnhart who's 0 for 1. 2-1 is the count. That is popped up. Gurriel Jr. should have a simple catch out there in left field. He does, and that's 2 away. It's actually been a really good performance from Pearson, hasn't it? Just the 1 hit he's given up. 0-1's the count. That is popped up, is it? No, it loops over shortstop into left field. It's a 2-out single. for Yolbert Sanchez. Brings up Brian Goodwin now. He is 0 for 1 today. Full count. Come on, Nate. He sits him down. Good pitch, that one. And that gets us out of the fourth. We are 4-3 up as we go into the fifth. William Mcquaid to lead us off. He's 1 for 2 today with that home run. Full count, and he walks. Lead-off man aboard. He's not the quickest, but he is a decent stealer. Peraza, who of course got that wonderful hit down the left field line last time up. What can he do this time? Peraza, he's hit that well. Has Peraza sent it from the stadium? Yes, he has! Another home run for the Blue Jays, 443 feet. And that, I believe, is Peraza's first career home run. So well done to him. Alright, it is Vlad Jr. now against the new pitcher to try and keep it going here. 1 for 2 he is with his home run, of course, in the first innings. 1 and 2 is the count. What can he do? He has grounded at the shortstop, and that will be the first out of the top of the fifth. Alright, it brings up Rowdy Tellez, who's 0 for 2 today. What can Rowdy do? First pitch swing from him. Tellez, he's hit that really, really well. It's going to stay in, but it's skipped to the fence on the first bounce, and that is a double. Is it for Tellez? I don't think he's quick enough for third. No, he's not. But a one-out double for Rowdy Tellez. And now it's going to be Denny Jensen with a chance to drive in a run here. Come on, Denny boy. First pitch swing. He has hit it to second. It's going to be out at first, but it does get Tellez to third. With 2 out, it's Matt Beattie with a chance to drive in a run. He's 1 for 2 today. 0-1's the count. Beattie has popped it up, and unless there's a horrible mistake in left field, that's going to do it, and it does. But another 2 runs, thanks to Peraza, who's doing his very best impression of Bo Bichette, isn't he, batting second in the all lineup today. It's Madrigal coming up to bat. He's 0 for 2 today. 1 and 2's the count. And that is popped up. Grishak in right field as a simple catch. He makes it, and that is 1 away. Excellent stuff. Pearson now to face Louis Robert, who is 0 for 2 today. 2 and 2's the count. What can we do with him? That's popped up. It's going to be another simple catch out there. This time for Gurriel. Oh, that's our third error of the game. Moncada comes up to bat now. He's 1 for 2. And Jesus Christ, what is wrong with us today? It has been the most unconvincing performance from the Blue Jays in the field we're ever likely to see. A strikeout from Pearson. That's 2 away. Runner still at second. Jimenez to the plate. He's 0 for 2 today. I think he reached on an error, didn't he? The Vlad error first time around. And that is going to be 6-5. That's what Jimenez can do. 21st home run of the season for him. Another error has cost us. And you don't win games when you make this many mistakes, do you? They've got 5 runs off 3 hits. It's ridiculously harsh on Pearson. That'll do it for him. Kay comes in to pitch. He's going to face Van Meter. 3-1 is the count on the batter. He's 0 for 2 today, but you get the sense there might be a walk here. No, it's a ground ball. Perez is there. Can he get the out? Yes, he can. All right. We're back to a 1-run ball game. We go to the 6th. Grishak to lead us off. He's 1 for 2. He had that 2-run home run last time up. What can he do this time? Full count. And he strikes out. That is 1 away. Gurriel Jr. comes in. He owes us for that mistake. That simple drop catch. And he repays us in kind. It's a 1-out single. So that is something. It's going to bring up Hamilton, who's 0 for 2 today. Maybe you could say he's due. And that is got away from the catcher as Gurriel goes to second. This is one of the lowest standard games of Major League Baseball I think we'll see in a while. Hamilton now, can he drive in a run? He has, well, he's got, oh, it's another error. This is like watching, like, it's not even Little League. Little League's a better standard than this. Runners at the corners as the White Sox commit their first error, and William Mcquaid now with a chance to drive in some runs. Runners at the corners. Mcquaid rips it into right field. That's going to score 1. Billy Hamilton should get to third on that. He does. And Mcquaid with the RBI single gets our lead back out to 2. Alright, it's going to be Peraza now, who is 2 for 3 today. Again, runners at the corners, and he draws a walk to load the bases for Gurriel Jr. Is there any other man you'd rather have at the plate in this situation? Jake Barnhart comes in to pitch for them. And let's see what Vlad can do. 1-2's the count. Loaded bases, 1 out. You're not going to strike out, are you, Vlad? Oh, he is. So it's Rowdy Tellez with 2 out with a chance now. What can he do? 1-2's the count on Rowdy, and Tellez pops it up into centre field. We leave the bases loaded. We do get 1 run across, though, at 7-5. We've out-hit them 10-3. This should not be close. We've had as many errors if they have had hits. It's K now to Vaughn. Vaughn with the first pitch swing. That is popped up. It should be caught there by Peraza. It is. I don't want to make any assumptions today because apparently we're playing with a wet bar of soap. Barnhart comes up now. 1-1's the count. He has popped it up. 2 hands, Gurrell. 2 hands. Maybe leave it for Billy. Gurrell makes the catch. That's 2 away now. Sanchez comes up. He's 1 for 1 today. 2-2's the count. And that is hit to Grishak. He makes the play. We've got through an innings without giving up a hit or an error. That's probably the first one this game, isn't it? And it is Denny Jensen to lead us off in the top of the 7th. He's 0 for 3. Not had a great time of thing. First time pitch, though. First time swing. And that is another home run. Denny Jensen, take a bow, mate. How many is that for the game now? Is that 4 or 5? I've lost count. I'm running out of fingers. It is 8-5. 434 feet for Denny Jensen. 8-5, as I said. And that is a wonderful, wonderful thing. Matt Beattie comes up to bat now. He's 1 for 3 today. Another first pitch swing. Can we go back to back? Oh, can we go back to back? Of course we can. Matt Beattie with the home run. It's 9-5. 424 feet this time. It is coming up for a hat trick now. Who's up next? It's Grishak, isn't it? He already has 1 home run today. You wouldn't bet against the hat trick right now. It is Grishak 1 for 3. 1-2's the count. Is Randall going to end our streak? Yes, he is, with a strikeout, and that is 1 away. It brings up Gurrell Jr., who is 2 for 3 today, emerging from his slump, it would appear. And he strikes out to go 2 away. For Billy Hamilton, 0 for 3 to try and keep this innings going for us. And he strikes out as well, but 2 more runs cross the plate. We stretch with a 9-5 lead. And it's going to be K to continue to Goodwin, who's 0 for 2 today. 2-2's the count on the leadoff man, and that's a strikeout for Anthony K. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. It is Madrigal coming up now. He's 0 for 3. And that is going to get fielded there at second, over to first, and Mcquaid makes a decent play. That is 2 away. It brings up Louis Robert, who's 0 for 3. 2-2's the count. And Anthony K ends the innings with a strikeout. That's us through 7. 9-5 we lead. And it's Robert Stock coming into pitch now for them to Mcquaid, who is 2 for 3 today. 2 RBIs with a home run. 1-0's the count on our leadoff man. What can he do? Come on. He's hit that up the middle, but into the shift, and that is 1 away. And Stock is injured. The pitcher's out of the game, and it's going to be a new man now to come in and face Peraza, who is 2 for 3 with a home run. 1-2's the count. What can he do? Come on, kiddo. Oh, he strikes out. That's 2 away. Vlad comes up now. He's only 1 for 4. That one, of course, was a home run. A full count on Vlad. 2 out, no one on. And he walks. Vlad gets himself to first. Rowdy Tellez now comes in to bat. 1 for 4 he is today as well. 1-2's the count. And Tellez hits it up into left field. It's not going to quite have the legs on it. That's 3 away, and it'll be the bottom of the 8th. And is Anthony K going to continue? Yes, he is. Moncada to the plate to bat. He's 1 for 3 today. 0-2's the count. And K has himself another strikeout. K's done quite well so far, hasn't he? Let's see here. We've got Jimenez coming in. Now, he hit a 2-run home run last time up. First pitch swing. He's hit that well into left field, and that is going to be a 1-out single for Eloy Jimenez. Van Meter now, who's 0 for 3 today. 1-2's the count. 1 out with the runner at first. Make that 2 out with a runner at first as K gets himself another strikeout. And Joe Kelly now comes in. Now, he has an ERA of 8.3. So this game isn't quite done yet. Come on, Joe. Let's settle us down here and get your season back on track. 1-2's the count. There's a strikeout to end the 8th. We go to the 9th with a 4-run lead. And it's going to be Denny Jensen who home run last time up to lead us off. 1-2's the count on Denny. And he has popped it up into right field. It's slicing away, but it is going to be caught out there. And that is the first out of the top of the ninth. Matt Beattie, who of course homered last time up as well. He's 2 for 4 today. 1-2's the count on him. And Beattie strikes out. Which brings us up to the last out of the, hopefully of the game. Chad, so this guy comes in to pitch. 1 for 4, is Grishuk with a home run and 2 RBIs. 3-0's the count, and Grishuk holds off that, and that is a 4-pitch walk. Brings up Gurriel Jr., who's 2 for 4. Can he keep this innings going? 1-2's the count. Gurriel Jr. strikes out, and that'll hopefully do it for us at the plate. Let's go win this thing on the mound, Mr. Kelly. Tucker Barnhart, who's 0 for 3, is their leadoff man. 2-1's the count. That's a ground ball. Mcquaid has it over to first mate. That's 1 away. Alright, it brings up Sanchez now. He is 1 for 2 today. 0-2's the count. Kelly with a strikeout. That's 2 away. They're down to their final out. It's Brian Goodwin who's 0 for 3. If we keep the O, we win the game. Come on, Mr. Kelly. Let's do this. That is ripped down the first base line. Grishuk is there, but it's going to be at least a double. He slides into second. And the game does continue for at least one more hitter. As we patiently wait for the commentary. There we go. All right, it brings up Madrigal to face Alex Reyes, the other man who's let us down a little bit this season. He's 0 for 4 is Madrigal. Can Reyes finish the game for us? 1-0 is the count. 2 out runner at second. That is a ground ball to Tellez over to first mate, and that'll do it for the game. We struggled. It was error prone, but we got the win. So here's the latest update on the voting for the All-Star game. You can see Denny Jensen still in second. We still have Vlad Jr. topping the third base vote, and he does have the most votes of anybody. If we just go down a little bit further here in right field, we still have Inciarte. Now I think, did he have a little injury if I remember correctly, which is why we didn't see him today? Yeah, he's just got a mild injury, which is why he didn't play today. But he's leading the voting out there in right field. And if we go down a little bit further to the pitchers, we still have Pearson. Snell has dropped off, but Halsey and do we still have? No, the other guy's dropped off out of the bullpen as well. Was it Reyes? So I'm not surprised he's dropped out. So we do still have the majority of the guys there. And of course, next episode I think will be after the All-Star game, won't it? This is how the standings look. We've gone back out to 9 games in front. The White Sox are a decent team, so it's not a bad performance. It was just error prone, wasn't it? So many errors. But guys, that'll do it for today. If you have enjoyed that, please do hit thumbs up. Let me know what you think of the business we did in the trade. Where's the All-Star game? Oh, there it is there. It's hiding from me. So we'll be back next time. I think what we'll do is we will come back. We'll wrap up the All-Star game and we'll have game 1 of a series there against the Yankees. That's probably the best thing to do, I think, isn't it? In terms of, milestones through the season. So that's all for next time, guys. Until then, Open Aussieville, and thank you so much for watching. Take care.